All right, welcome back to Between the Lines. I'm looking at the news right now, and it's full of Iran, Iran, Iran. How do we believe this is going to play out? Well, it's probably going to get us into another drug out war, and I hear a lot of people, um, saying this is great, and I'm going to tell you, you don't know what the hell you're talking about. Um, I saw some guys online talking about this, and of course they'd never served, never been in a war situation, talking mad trash. They're 50 pounds overweight or better, and they couldn't fight their way out of a wet paper bag. So this war does. This what this war does is it gets everybody off the Epstein files. That's not in the news anymore. Somehow we're supposed to trust these bastards that are in the Epstein files, and they're telling us, "Hey, trust us. We're doing this for your own good." I was a supporter of Trump. Um, Voted for him twice. Went to his inauguration the first time. Um, I don't support more war. We're not doing this for us. We're doing this for the chosen people that aren't chosen. In the Epstein files, if anybody saw any of it, you didn't really have to dig into it and I understand why you wouldn't want to, because it's just horrible. But to understand even portions of that apparently a lot of very young people have been abused and eaten and killed, and those people are in our government and they're running stuff. That should really bother you. And now we're going to take our resources when our economy totally sucks, and we're going to go bomb some people because we said they're bad. And what what you guys don't understand, there's a group online, pro Constitution, and they're definitely not. They don't know shit about it. That's crazy. I guess they think they know the Constitution. Most of us don't, which is due to our educational system. It's on purpose. You're not taught the truth, and you'll never be taught the truth. So whatever the news feed you, whatever news feed that you use, whether it's Facebook or Twitter or Fox or CNN, MSNBC, all of those manipulate all of us to think certain things and to think certain things. And 99% of the time, it's all bullshit. And the people that want war and are talking all the trash, Lindsey Graham being one of them. You think that guy can fight? That guy can't fight. That guy is a freaking weirdo. I'm sure he's in the files, and that would be my guess. I didn't read all that stuff. I saw clips, and it's just not something I want to think about. In regards to Iran, okay, I'm going to do a brief argument with somebody because they believe that all this is great. And what a lot of us don't know, that in the 50s, the U.S. and the British together overthrew their government. And their government at that time was good. And their people were not much unlike us. They wore what you would call Western type clothes, thriving society, and we overthrew that. Now, they said because of our interest, and I believe the interest was oil. If you dig into it a little bit, it's called Operation Ajax. So look it up, read it, understand it, and understand that that country didn't just suddenly become radical. They were overthrown by a foreign government, and unfortunately, we were involved. I wasn't alive then. I didn't do it. Neither did you. But that's what happened. And then they installed the Shah, and he was a brutal dictator. And at some point, the people there got tired of it, and they overthrew the dictator that we had propped up. And then they got what they have now. And to that we had propped up. And then they got what they have now. And to do that to somebody and then wonder why, destroy their culture, ruin their government, ruin generations of people, and then all of a sudden we don't understand why they don't like us. It's because we're free, whatever. We're not very free. We're freer than some, freer than most. But the reality is we're not as free as we should be. And day by day, that's becoming more and more apparent to some people. Other people, you guys are NPCs, man. You have no freaking clue what's going on. You're just going along with whatever the news is telling you, like most people do. And you're going to continue to do that. I wish that wasn't the case, because if it wasn't the case, then this stuff wouldn't be going on. We need more people to understand the manipulation in our society and don't buy into it. Don't buy into it. Understand that there are met towards that. And you got to understand this. It's frustrating to watch the news and to hear people talk. And I hate to pick on generations, but man, the baby boomers, they have their heads way up their asses. They are some of the most brainwashed that we have. And they're just right along with it. And it's kind of crazy because they were Vietnam era people and they saw what happened then. And a lot of them were fighting against the system. And now they're just like totally bought into it. They surely know by now that conflict, AKA war, was totally manipulated as well. There was no reason to go there. But we attacked ourselves, and then that got everybody fired up for it, and we lost a lot of people during that. There was a lot of people protesting there at that time, and I got to wonder where are those people at. And you got to really think about who's telling you what's going on, and if it's anybody in DC, you got to really question whether it's legitimate or not. And you got to think about what we were all talking about is that people need to be held accountable for what they were doing with the Epstein files, and understand who's behind it and why now is it just, we're supposed to be silent about it. We're moving on to the next thing. It's okay. We'll just leave those people there. They're good to go. They're your leaders. You can trust them now. Somehow they turned over a new leaf. Just forget about everything. It's amazing to me how society is swayed. It's kind of mind-boggling. I don't get it. But it's important that you try to think for yourself as much as you can in this world. And what I'm going to say is you probably should pray a lot to God and ask for discernment so that you can think clearly and not buy into what you're being sold. That's super important. I hope it helps you out. That's the only thing I can say other than I don't support what's going on at all. And if you do support what's going on, you should probably know history first. And if you're relying on the history you were taught in school, then you are an NPC. You don't know what the hell's going on because you don't understand history. Understand the history of manipulation. There's so many things at your fingertips at the moment. And I'm sure we all get caught up in these algorithms and we only get fed certain things. You're going to have to clear your mind and questions you can change people around you. And maybe we can turn this into a better situation sooner rather than later. But right now, obviously we're in a really crappy situation and we shouldn't be behind it. We really shouldn't. War is not good. It's horrible. If you've been deployed, you understand what I'm talking about. It's not a good time. So I'm going to leave you with that today. Read between the lines, man. Understand what's going on. Stop being manipulated.